Hi, this is a little video about our trike story and what we've been up to this winter. But before I go into what we've been up to over the last few months, this is going to be a bit of an enlightenment about why we've gone the trike route. We both like speed, Karen and I. We both like the idea of motorbike, but unfortunately we might fall off and hurt ourselves, so we've never really ridden bikes for that reason. But when we saw this programme, going back to 2011, on a Scottish comedian called Billy Connolly, he rode across the States doing Route 66, and we thought this is quite a cool thing to do. So anyway, we logged it, and like you do, you look on Facebook. Oh, stupid! At the time you looked on Auto Trader. We looked on eBay. One night we went up to the pub, Westbrook in Brom, had a couple of pints, and came back and we were sitting down. Karen was obviously looking on her phone on eBay, and I was watching the telly anyway. Next week, there's a nice blue Honda Goldwing Trike come up. So anyway, to cut a long story short, this was Friday night. By Saturday night, we had a Honda Goldwing sitting in the workshop. So great, and we thoroughly enjoyed the trike. So much so that we've decided that we would like to, in 2023, do a long trip across the States for at least probably about 2 months. So to go across the States for 2 months, you're not going to live in hotels all the time. We will do hotels, motels, we will do some Airbnbs, we will stay with a couple of friends we've got on the way, but also we want to try camping. And a couple of months ago we decided to go to the Forest of Dean, and we bought ourselves quite a nice tent, a little lone rider tent, put it on the trike. Had a great time. I've done another little video on that, and so we come back and we suddenly realised that the trike that we've got, great, but there's a lot of hidden space that we can utilise. So we've decided over this winter to try and use this space, and in doing that we found some other problems as well. So this video is going to go through all the things that we found and we've done, and it's going to take a bit longer than we thought. We've also decided that obviously going to the States, you're on some long runs, and the tank on the bike only runs for about 2 hours, so we need to find a lot more time. So hopefully I'm going to double the size of the fuel tank, so we can have at least 4 hours running on the tank, plus have somewhere to put the tent. So enjoy. This is the next part 1 and part 2 of the video. So this is part 1. I hope you enjoy it. Decided to strip the trike down because it's a bit of a mess back here. It's not very well engineered and just very, very messy, as you can see. Look at this little lot. This is the before, and obviously we will do an after, but it means taking absolutely everything to bits and basically starting again. We've got that there, and up here we've got all the bits we've taken off. That's it for now. Today, the next part of our trike stripping down, renovation, making better, etc, etc. First thing we had to do today was remove the wiring loom. It's not a very nice wiring loom, pretty ropey, so we're going to completely rewire the back end. That's the loom we've taken off, and it was a bit of a bodge to say the least. So next up we want to move the dampers into a more usable position. The dampers were mounted from there, you see my finger, down to this point here, and we reckon it was just not correct. We wanted to move the dampers further back. We've got proper adjustable dampers, so this is the first effort of us moving the dampers. We've made some nice bushes for the top and just made some brackets at the bottom. It's got to be strengthened a lot more, but it's giving us a lot better ride height and a lot better suspension movement. We have the A-frame, sort of semi-modified, just about to come off and be fully modified. And then we have the other side, which, as you can see here, had an extra frame put on, and then around here we've modified the bracket to make it all very nice and strong. Plus we've taken out the inserts that are in here and welded them up as well. And as you can see, we've got the old damper bracket was mounted here. That's how the old damper bracket was, and that's also been cut off and then put on. Right, I'm still bracketing. I'll have a look at this. Is the nasty side. Look, you can see the gap, the spaces in the bolts. nothing really lines up. Pretty grim really. And go over to the other side, and this is the latest spec new one I've made. So I've made out of some proper bar, put some nice webbing on there and there, and to clamp it I've actually used an aluminium spacer here, and then a proper Allen cap bolt to go through the light. So a lot tidier job. Right, the next chapter on our trike modifications. Here's the subframe. We've been getting on quite well with it. The actual main mini part of the first front bit of the subframe is done, as you can see here. We've now welded some brackets onto here. Can't get to all of the welding, but we'll do that when we finally strip the trike down. But there's more than enough weld on there at the moment. In this area where my hand is there, this is where all the fuel tank is going to go. Probably I'm in the sun a bit there, so that gets us out of the sun. I'm just starting up here. This little bracket and aluminium boss there is to support the seat. I've done one that side, and I'm going to do one that side. So the next thing we've got to do is make all the bracketry coming back to hold the panniers and the top box. So you might think, well, how are we going to do that? Because at the moment it's all in thin air and it's a lot of measuring. So what we have done up here, we've bought a spare chassis frame, should I say? No, not racing, no, it's bites of frames. So here we go, here's the frame. Karen's blasted it. I'll show you some little pictures of, maybe even a little video of her blasting all the chassis to just make it look a bit nicer and tidier to work with. Now the guy that we bought the trike off of, he had a workshop. He didn't have fantastic facilities, so he's done the best he could. And as you can see, looking at the back end, everything on for the panniers and everything else really just supported off these few bolts up the top, and there was nothing in this area here. That's why we've made this frame and come to here to give the whole back end a huge amount of support. So we're using this frame, we put the old frame back on it so we can get what we call datum points and reference points, so we can measure off of this frame onto the new frame. Onto the frame, sorry, onto the frame that we're modifying for the trip. Okay, that's where we are. Smile, you're on video.
Smile.